In this video, I'm going to be explaining an exercise that I call hands without shadows. So keep on watching. Now, before I go into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jay Popquin for supporting the channel. Jay, thank you so much. It completely caught me off guard, and I could be wrong, but I think that you were actually the first to thank me in that way. So I wanted to give you a special shout out. Thank you so much. Now to go on to the question at hand, what is Hands Without Shadows? This is in response to a YouTube comment where they had said, great video. There's a fly hanging around me. Great video. Could I please ask what Hands Without Shadows is? Thank you. Sure. Someone had also responded to it saying, I'm guessing shadows are a reference to muscles without strong tendons. Nope, not really. So just to provide a little bit of background, for those that are new to the channel, the Hands Without Shadows exercise is something that I came up with to help train me for holding back a high-performance motorcycle while taking off at full throttle, which I'm going to try to put the video for it in the edit right here. Now, before I had done it, or before I held back the motorcycle, I wasn't really sure exactly what to expect from it. I had theorized that the tire might be skipping across pavement, so I would have to deal with sudden surges. And I needed to have my grip be able to compensate for that. So the exercise that I chose were heavy swings with like a plateau buster where you can load it up to like do swings with like 300 pounds. And also an exercise called Hands Without Shadows. Now I'm going to quickly demonstrate Hands Without Shadows, but I'm going to give a little bit of a background on it first. So I am also very much into old school heavy metal music. Let me just adjust this. And one of the instrument that I kind of got started with old school heavy metal was the guitar. And before I got into singing, I was into guitar, but I could never really get good solos, right? And I had this epiphany that within heavy metal, there's a lot of guitarists, but there are very few great singers. So after I saw Rob Halford from Judas Priest live, I was like, I need to learn how to do that. Now, back when I was playing guitar, I remembered buying guitar magazines because that was what was happening when I was in high school. There wasn't really an internet back then. And I saw a company called Metal Method. And I bought a singing course by Jim Gillette, who could do things like shatter glass with his voice. But there was also an advertisement within Jim Gillette's video for a guitar course by an amazing guitarist named Michelangelo Badio. Michelangelo Badio could play guitar forwards, backwards, upside down, right side up. And one of the things that he would do is he would change his hand positioning so fast that his hands looked like the shadows couldn't even keep up. So that was actually in reference to him. Now, the actual exercise that I did was I would take a barbell and I would load it up with a certain amount of weight, something that I figured I could probably handle without issue. And I would start with an overhand grip like this, and then I would let go of it real quick, get my hands under it real quick. So it would train that reflexive strength to yielding as it would fall ever so slightly. So it would teach my body to withstand that initial jerk that I figured might happen with the motorcycle. Having actually done the motorcycle, When it was the heavy one, that was the 800-pound. It was a sport cruiser. I can't remember. It's funny because I actually saw the guy that was my rider over the weekend, and I should have asked him, but I didn't realize that this was the next question up. So the 800-pounder was smoother, right? And heavy deadlift holds probably would have sufficed. It wasn't as jerky as I anticipated. When it actually came to performance day, it was a bit of a lighter bike and it was a higher performance one, but the tires themselves got sticky. So the thing jerked at me a couple times, as you can see in the video. I'm going to put it here in the edit as again. So I guess it did hold it, but the 800-pounder one was harder. But I knew once if I could hold back the 800-pounder, then the sport bike wouldn't be an issue, and it wasn't. I got that without issue, and that was something I had my eye set on for years. And I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I would like to if I can, but there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? The feat itself isn't the only hard part. It's finding space to do it, making sure my guy is available. It's a lot with that sort of thing. But anyways, I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has any questions for me, drop it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you with your own video answering your question. And if you like the content, let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, subscribe to the channel. If you think anybody should see this, please share it with them. This YouTube thing isn't rocket science. And if you want to support the channel, do all the things that I just mentioned, or you could pick up a copy of my book. The link is in the description below. Or you can do the super thanks just like Jay Popquin did. That one took me completely off guard, and I thank you again, Jay Popquin. But that's it for today. Please stay tuned for the next video. Eric Moss, over and out.